So becoming a full-time artist was probably one of the most rewarding things I've ever done in my life. But there are a whole bunch of challenges that come with taking that leap. If you're here, you're probably thinking about becoming a full-time artist as well. So here are 3 things that I wish I knew before I became a full-time artist. I'm going to throw in a few bonus tips as well that'll make the process to becoming a full-time artist a little bit more streamlined. If this is the kind of video that you like, please consider subscribing. It will massively help. But anyway, let's get into the video. So the first thing I wish I knew before I became a full-time artist was to consider myself as a business owner / entrepreneur. Now, art is art. However, becoming a full-time artist with the intention of making enough to live off turns it into a business. For a lot of people, becoming a full-time artist seems idealistic. So you may encounter a lot of people who kind of question your choices, and they may not understand the kind of volume of work that comes with being a full-time artist. For example, you're going to need to work out expenses, finances, developing marketing strategies, how to build an audience, how to build a brand and develop reputation as that brand. Plus, there are tons more that kind of gets hidden behind the scenes. A lot of people probably think you're just going to paint all day, and that's not the case, unfortunately. Now, if that's something you kind of want a video on, do let me know in the comments. I'd love to do a kind of day in the life of an artist, just so you get an idea of the kind of things that I get up to behind the scenes. There is a lot of work involved with being a full-time artist. So it's really valuable to consider yourself more as a business owner / entrepreneur and not just an artist. Although, of course, art is a big part of it, you're becoming an artist. So here's a quick tip for you. If you're struggling with the idea of being a business owner / entrepreneur, then it may be really helpful to try out positive affirmations. I started doing this really early on once I realized I need to change my mindset a little bit. So what you can do is write down affirmations such as I am an entrepreneur, or my art business will succeed, or even I am an art business owner. Put them on post-it notes, stick them on mirrors all around your workspace so that you get reminded every time that you're there. Spend a little time each day as well thinking about them and going, yes, I am a business owner. The more often you think about it, the more often you put yourself in the shoes of a business owner, entrepreneur, the more likely you are to believe it and start adjusting that mindset as you transition into a full-time artist. So the second thing that I wish I knew before I became a full-time artist is the importance of multiple income streams. When I first started, my expectation was that I would just do commissions and that would be enough to earn me money. And for some artists, especially if you kind of charge thousands upon thousands for your artwork, that is possible. For me though, I realized it was going to be mega important to add in extra streams of income in order to support myself, especially at the beginning, but also throughout the whole process of being a full-time artist. It's especially important to kind of generate passive income as well. So active income is where you're actively doing work in order to earn money. So commissions are kind of active income streams. You need to go out and paint something or create something in order to make the money. Passive income streams are things that you can kind of set up and they will continue to generate revenue for you even without your input. A good example of passive income would be, say, affiliate marketing or print-on-demand services. They're the things that don't require too much attention, but as you market them, you should be able to generate a nice little side income. So as my tip for this section, here's a list of great income streams for you as an artist. You can do e-commerce such as prints, merchandise, stickers. You could have a membership site, perhaps something like Patreon might be useful for you. Creating a YouTube can be a great source of income. For example, when you get to the partnership scheme, you can get AdSense revenue, and when your audience is big enough, you may be able to get brand sponsorships. Like I said, you could do affiliate marketing, you could team up with something like Amazon or an art brand who offer affiliate marketing, and it doesn't cost the customer any extra, you just get a portion of the sale in order to support you and the channel. Speaking of affiliate marketing, if you're considering buying anything from our teaser, I'll pop a link in the description below for you. You could make an online course. Perhaps you have skills in teaching, in which case you could create a digital online course. And then as you sell that, that becomes a stream of passive income as well. And it's passive because you only teach it once, and then you can keep generating income off the same course. You could even sell digital products. Perhaps that's an ebook. You could even sell digital artwork. Perhaps you sell prints that people can print at home. It saves you money, it saves them money, and you don't have anything physical to ship as well. I mentioned print on demand sites. You got Redbubble, for example. You upload your artwork, and then as people buy it, you don't even have to worry about the manufacture. Redbubble and all those related sites do all of the printing and manufacturing for you. So yeah, essentially what I've learned is that the more income streams that you have, the more stable your art business will be. Now, the third thing that I wish I knew before I became a full-time artist is that sacrifices are going to need to be made, especially in the early days. I'd be lying to you if I said that being an artist, especially early on, is luxurious, or that you have all of the freedom in the world to do whatever you want all of the time. Now, in some aspects that's true. You don't have colleagues to worry about, you don't have a boss breathing down your neck all the time, and you don't really have a commute or a work rota to stick to where other people are dictating what it is you should be doing each day. So whilst that seems great, and it is, it means that you have to be extremely disciplined. There are going to be days where your motivation to work on your job as an artist is going to waver. Your mindset will waver too, and you are going to need to whack up that level of discipline in order to stick to the work that you're trying to achieve. You're also going to probably need to make sacrifices. For example, if you're trying to preserve your finances at the beginning, you may need to limit spending, you may need to limit going on holiday or hanging out with friends. Because at the beginning, if your income is low, pinching pennies will make it a lot easier. And actually, not all of the sacrifices are necessarily going to be financial. If you want your business to succeed, there are times, especially early on, where you will need to prioritize your business. That might mean not going to that social event or working weekends, but there needs to be a balance. I certainly don't suggest only working on your business and foregoing those important social needs. You know, it's okay to say, I've done enough, I'm going to go and hang out with my friends, or I'm going to go on a night out around the town, or I'm going to go and have a day off. Those are really important as well. So it becomes a really important juggling act. You want to maintain focus on your business so that you succeed, but also that you keep your mental well-being the highest of your priorities. Because like I said, there are going to be days where you don't want to do it anymore. And those days are really tough. You need to make the choice whether you go to work that day and you persevere, or you take the day off and have a rest. Both are valid, obviously, but the importance is finding that balance. We as artists want to spend so much time creating, and going full-time with our art is probably the best way to do it. But unfortunately, there will be sacrifices that will need to be made in order to make it as successful and realistic as possible. So even with these challenges, I wouldn't have done anything different if I knew them before I started. It's really great to be a full-time artist. I get to create for a living. I get to work with and inspire other artists to do the same. And for that, I couldn't be more grateful. So if you've liked this video, I would love it so much if you subscribe to this channel. Perhaps consider hitting the thumbs up button as well, and even turn on the notification button so you get notified every time I post a new video. As I've said before, I've also teamed up with Arteza and I've joined their affiliate program. So if you're considering buying any more affordable but high quality art products, or you just fancy going on a bit of an art supply binge, then Arteza is the right one for you, and I'll pop the links in the description below for you. It doesn't cost you any extra, but I get a small percentage which massively helps support this channel. Thanks again for watching, much love, and I'll see you again for the next video.